I would like my double eyelids to become parallel. Is incisional or non-incisional technique better? I am a 19-year-old Asian who has tapered double eyelids. I would like my double eyelids to become parallel as it makes me look more awake. This is usually achievable with a double eyelid tape, but it can be quite a hassle to put on when I'm in a rush. I have attached a photo of my eyes and a photo of the kind of double eyelid crease I would like to have. Preferably, I would want the suture technique because recovery is shorter. But I hear it's only suitable for monolids. What do you all think?
Thank you for your question. You're 19 years old and you already have a crease of your eyelid that looks like a natural nasally tapered crease. And you showed with a second photo how with eyelid tape in place that you can get a parallel crease. And that's a crease that goes in front of the nasal taper and makes the eyes appear larger. And your question is very well informed. Are you a good candidate for a suture technique? Well, I think that the answer is almost already been defined by how well you respond to the tape. In my practice, I've had patients actually wear the tape so that I can figure out where to place my non-incisional fixation sutures because the tape literally pushes up the crease. So it creates a point where the optimal placement of sutures can be used in a way that will mimic the effect of the tape. Now there is still a difference because the tape has a physical pressure on the outside of the skin and a stiffness that can force the eyelid skin to fold in a certain way. And surgically, what we are doing with a non-incisional approach is making little openings in the skin, passing a suture through the skin, and then engaging the muscle called the levator muscle to create an adhesion or a connection between the skin and the levator muscle. So what that probably means is that although you have a natural fold that tapers in, it would probably have to be pushed up 1 to 2 millimeters in order to create that pleating effect that allows the crease to become parallel. Now, why I can't say definitely that it would work is really because without a physical exam, I can't tell the relative skin thickness and quality and how much the skin is likely to cooperate from a surgeon's perspective, because you can do a lot of things with tape, but if the skin is stiff and it's not going to hold, then it's possible that it can become undone. So initially it may look good, but it may become undone to the point where it may regress back. So that's a risk that is part of this type of procedure. I would not recommend an incisional procedure because usually I reserve that for people who have either a single fold and need a small amount of skin removed, or because there is a lot of fat that's pushing down and that the non-incisional technique simply won't work. So you have to make some kind of incision, and maybe you need some kind of skin excision in order to have access to the levator muscle. But in a situation like yours where you already have a fold, then chances are there's enough space to create some suture internal fixation to create the same effect of the tape. So I think that although you've asked a question with photos and you've really done a good job with those photos, you're going to have to meet with some cosmetic surgeons and get physical examination. And based on the physical examination, I think you'll get a certain sense of the predictability of the approach of the surgery, and that most likely you would be a candidate for the non-incisional approach to have the parallel crease that you desire. So I hope that was helpful. I wish you the best of luck, and thank you for your question.